Hi guys, very good morning everyone. Welcome back to my channel and my name is akin. So today we are going to discuss about IP addressing. Understanding IP addressing is somewhat important but definitely worth learning about it. Okay, so let me take this notepad. Imagine you'll be working with a different environments. Maybe once you get placed, you might be working in multiple cloud environment. So if you're working in different environments across AWS, Azure, or any on-premises setups, so keep it in mind, each one of the service or each one of the devices needing its own IP addresses for a proper communication between them, right? So as we know, IP address is also unique in nature, and it is mainly used for having a proper communication between two devices, either if it is physical or anything. So here we do have two type of IPs. One is, as we know, IPv4 and IPv6. Let's not deep dive into IPv6 because since many years I've been watching everyone will be shifting from IPv4 to IPv6, but still we will understand the gist of its IP addressing nature. So IP4 address are like I'm saying it as an example. Please don't take me as in a funny way, but this is worth understanding. IPv4 addresses are like phone numbers. For time being, take it as in phone numbers for devices, and they do have a certain range of numbers they can use. Okay. Similarly, IPv6 addresses are also like long phone numbers. They were 6 digit in nature, and this IPv4 is in 4 digit in nature. I'll show you for better understanding. See, this is IPv6 address, and I knew that many of the people knows this already, but still I'm showing for the people who doesn't know. So this is IPv4 address. Okay, so you need to know which range of IPv4 and which range of IPv4 addresses to use for each environment. In our organizations, we do have multiple environments like pre-prod, QA, testing, and all these things. Okay, so you need to know which range of IPv4 addresses to use for each of the environment so that the services or the devices can talk each other without any miscommunication or without any issues. Before jumping onto it, we should know what is the range exactly for the IPv4. Okay, so let's keep here 0.0.0.0 to 255.255.255.5.255.255. So this is the actual range regardless of any IPv4. I'm extremely sorry, guys. So this is the range regardless of any IPv4. It should be between these two ranges only. So for that, we are going to see the example right away. For example, Control L. Oh, sorry, this is CMD CLS. Example, I'll give ping. Google is already using IPv6, I think. Like, yeah, it's using IPv6. Let's leave it. I'll ping Reddit. Ping www.reddit. See, this is pinging already. Reddit is pinging. See the range 194.255, 254.236.136. This range is between which what we have discussed just now. See, it is the IPv4 range is between 0.0.0 to 255, and it is between that. And also ping my own website. Uh, Ping www.cyclepi.in. I'm sorry. So even if you see the IP address was 54.196.177, as we can see here in the background notepad, it's same 0.0.2 So this is what I'm telling you guys. IPv4 ranges should be between this number to this number only. Okay. I hope you understand till here. And there are classes also in IP address. We do have class A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, they have divided these ranges into 5 classes actually: A, B, C, D, and E. So let's forget about D and E for time being, because the choice of using this A, B, and C classes is completely dependent on the size and requirements of the particular team or a particular network. The reason why we are not going to discuss more on class D and class E is class D was mainly reserved for multicasting addressing. Okay, and class C was reserved only for experimental purpose, like for not commonly, they were not commonly used as like A, B, and C. So they are not commonly used in regular networking scenarios also. So here again we do have ranges for this. Class A range 10 dot sorry 1 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 to 126.255.255.255. So this is class A range, and the class B range was 128.0.0.0 to 191 dot sorry 191.255.255.255. And we do have class C, which ranges from 192.0.0.0 to 223.255.255.255. Guys, no need of remembering this IP ranges. You can go and Google it, because it's visible in Google. Even I got these values from the Google itself only. So you can see something here, because here if you see in class A, it starts from 1.0.0 to 126.255. Okay, but here in class B, if you see, why they do it like they were leaving 127 completely here, and they are starting with 128. Okay, so this is something called a loopback address, which is 127. This is something called as loopback address. So I'll show you what is exactly mean. Loopback address is something which pings its own device only. Okay, if I ping localhost, see it's replying, right? Now what I'll do is ping 127.0.0.1. See, it is replying, which means this device itself, the laptop which I have opened this command prompt on, this device is pinging itself only. So that is exactly called what loopback addressing means. Like what they have described is, if we are, they got to know at some point of time, people from USA, people from Europe, North America, and everyone have predicted that at some point of time, if we keep using IPs like this, okay, I'll show you the diagram. Wait, so long. Imagine, imagine there is an organization here, okay, and there is an service provider here, okay, and this is an organization. For time being, imagine like that. Okay, and this is some internet service provider, which is internet service provider. Take it as a Jio or Airtel or something. Okay, and here we do have this internet. Okay, this is internet. Okay, so this organization is having some X number of employees. Okay, employee, employee one, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and etc. Okay, So what will happen is whenever an employee needs anything from the internet, so what is the actual process, guys? So this will hit this internet service provider, and what this internet service provider will do is it will go to the internet and it will take the required information, and again it will give passes the information to the ISP, and here they will be having the exact information with what they required. Correct? Previously, it is like that. Now imagine in Bangalore, take RJ Tech Park or Maneta or Bagmani Tech Park. Imagine how many employees were there. Imagine if everyone gets an IP, what will happen at some point of time? So there is a team called RFC 1918. They have decided that if these IPs were keep using like this, at one point of time will be sort of IPs. Now in the recent times, you can also see news from the AWS that they'll be charging uh, the money for IPv4, and they did also. At some point of time all the IPs will be gone, right? So RFC 1919 team, what they have did is they came up with a formula called private and public IPs. Private and public IPs. If you go to the internet and if you type RFC 1918, see they will be giving you some set of private IPs, and they kept a condition for it. Not a condition, yeah, this is the one. So what they have did is these are all the private IPs, guys. These are all the private IPs. So what they have did is when operating with a closed infrastructure or a office environment. Closed infrastructure means you know, right? Or an office environment is also like you also know it. So when operating within the closed infrastructure or office environment, it is decided to exclusively use only private IPs. And however, when transitioning to external networks, public IP addresses will be employed with those. So this is what they came up with actually RFC in 1918. So they have keep the above these IP ranges aside. This IP addresses should be connected internally. They kept this rule, and it should not go outside. So I'll show you the example now. Right now I have did some drawing. So previously what used to happen, what I said, when employee requests something, it will go here and then it will go to service provider and it will go to internet and then it will pass the information back. But what if organization is having some critical data, or its organization is having some like confidential data? It is not a best practice, right? How can an IP can go outside and grab all the information and come and it's a security breach. So here previously there are some boxes. I'm not sure, but some people might be knowing this who have worked on storage devices or something. There are some boxes. Those boxes are called as R3 devices. Okay. Or in cloud we can call it as gateways. Okay. I can write it as gateways or routers or R3 devices. Okay. So these are the devices. What will happen here is whenever these employees required any information from any need any information, what it will happen is first these packets will be hitting these routers. Okay, these packets will be hitting these routers, and here what will happen is, as I said before, even if you check in your home also, if you are using any routers internally, there will be a public IP. It will go and speak externally, it will give you information, but your private IP will not go outside and come back. Okay, so here we do have an public IP with this. I'll take a public IP 124 dot 123 dot 63 dot 1 or something, 160. So what this IP will do is, this public IP, it will uh, go through this internet service provider, Geo or someone, and then it will go through the internet, and then again I'll show you. When a packet is hitting here, this public private IP will not be going out, public IP will be going out through the internet service provider. It will take the required information what it wants. It will not go directly like this. It will not go directly like this. It will go from here and then internet, and then again it comes back to the service provider. Again it comes back to the router, and then it gives the information to this employee correctly. Okay, this whole process is called network address translation. Network address translation. I'm extremely sorry, guys. I forgot to show you something. Previously, we were talking about the IP addresses, right? I mean, the private and public IP addresses. As I told you, the private will be ranges from 10 to here and 172, 172, 192, and this range itself only. So I'll show you my IP. See here, what is the IP here? 192, right? It's in this range. Okay, I'll show you my public IP now. It's in 4937, which means 49 means class A. It's falling in public IP class A. So this is it, guys. This is what I wanted to discuss. So if you have any doubts, or if you wanted to know much deeper in this, I would request you to go through the documents which were available in Google. But still, if you have any doubts up to the mark which I have explained, please put it in the comment section. Um, or you can ping me on LinkedIn also. I'm going to respond to you. And yeah, that's it. We'll meet you tomorrow. Keep watching, and thanks for watching. I request you to share this video to your friends. Make sure you're liking this video, and make sure you're subscribing this video. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, guys. Bye bye.